Myrmecological fauna of the International Biosphere Reserve of the Mediterranean, North Morocco. Welcome, Ahmed.
Hello, everybody. Is it okay, Hema?
Yeah,
I can start?
You can start
Thank
whenever
you
you want.
Okay, thank you very much, Hema. And first of all, I would like to thank the organizers of this special Taxomara edition. And I'm really very happy to be part of the participants. So I'm Ahmed Taheri from Shuaib Dukali University in Morocco. And I will talk about, as Hema said, about the myrmecological fauna of the intercontinental biosphere of the Mediterranean, including, of course, the ants that we collected last year, if you remember, during Taxomara in Morocco. So this work was realized was done by me and my dear friend, Professor Joaquín Reyes de la Universidad de Córdoba. Like you know, Morocco is located in the northwest of Africa, and it enjoys really a privileged geographical position from an environmental point of view, with a big variety of climates and two seaboards. We have the Atlantic to the west and the Mediterranean to the north. Also, Morocco presents a great variety of ecosystems, animals, and plant species with really a quite remarkable biological richness. Of course, the myrmecofauna is not an exception, and it's not surprised that many species new for the country are recorded more and more every year. For example, in 2006, there were in Morocco 214 species, and now we have about 400. So, if you want, in reality, this is a big number. But in reality, the absence of a frequent and regular feed work makes that many Mediterranean taxa of ants. They are being rediscovered in Morocco many years after the first description. So this is why we wanted to throw light of some protected area in the north of Morocco, and we have chosen to present to you especially the Moroccan part of the Intercontinental Biosphere Reserve of the Mediterranean, as you see in this slide, in this map. So the reserve covers an area of approximately 1 million hectares, about halfway between Morocco and between Spanish and Morocco Mediterranean shores, if you want. And in 2006, it became the first in the world intercontinental reserve to be approved by UNESCO. Thus, the geographical extent of this reserve covers some very important and some most emblematic natural area in the provinces of Cadiz and Malaga in Andalusia in Spain, and in Morocco, the provinces of Tangiers, Tétouan, Larache, and Chefchaouen in the north of Morocco. So the National Talassemtane Park that you see at right in this slide, and the Bouhachem Natural Park at left in the green in this slide, and that we have visited together last year, if you remember, are the main biodiversity hotspots in Moroccan parts of the reserve. Very, very important. Both of the parks, two of them, include, if you want, a large part of the central area of the reserve. Okay, and here in this slide, we have some structural features characteristic of the National Talassemtane Park, which is created in 2004 on an area of about 58,000 hectares. And here, a simplified presentation of the Bouhachem Natural Park with almost the double of the area of Talassemtane. And as you see in the characteristics, it's in France, in our second language in Morocco, as you can see, the terrestrial insects in general are missing for the manager's vision. Really, they don't care. They don't speak about insects when they are elaborating this type of project. So in 2009, we started to search for ants in these two parks, and we prospected various ecosystems there, especially in the forests of fire, of pine, forest of fir, oak, cork oak. Certainly, the samples were irregularly in the time, but at least the parks have been prospected about 20 times or a bit more. Okay, there we collected ants using several sampling techniques, as you see in this slide, under direct version or using pitfall traps, Burley's devices, sieving litter, and washing soil. Yes, we washed soil to look for ants. And as results, the list of all species has been sent to organizers of this Congress, to Ammonio. And to you, I thank Rema. It also includes the ants that that were captured by the participants during the two excursions we organized in Morocco during Taxomara of last year. So the sampling revealed the presence of 101 different ant species, with about 43 of Moroccans ant on just a small area of 0.2% of the total country's area. This is really, really very important. 0.2% of the total country's area, we have 43% of all Morocco's ants. This is really great. So, okay, now the list of the first park, Talassemtane Natural Park, which is made up of 43 species in 2014, is now enriched by our sampling of 37 new species. This raising the number of ants in this park to 80. Okay, and for the Bouhachem Natural Park, its first list, this one that we made, includes now 66 species for the first time. It's a first list. It's important to note too that the two parks, Bouhachem and Talassemtane, they share about 44.55% of species. Although they are very close, geographically very close, the specific composition is more or less different. And certainly, we will try to understand the reason in the future by a quantitative study, of course. Okay, this is very important. The most important, if you want, the most important phonistic finding is the first record of two new species in Morocco, Aphinogaster splendida and Gonioma cogleri. The first species that you see now in this slide, Aphinogaster splendida, has a Mediterranean distribution from the Iberian Peninsula to the north and Algeria to the south, to the Middle East, as you see. And with our discovery, it's now known from all the southern Mediterranean countries. This is very important. And this one, Aphinogaster, this species, it was found in a forest of Quercus ilex in the National Park of Talassemtane. So the second one, a new one for Morocco, it's Gonioma cougleri. Gonioma cougleri was found in open area in a limit of Quercus suber forest in Bouhachem. It's an Iberian endemic ant species, and it's just till now it's known just only from few or very few southern Spanish and Portugal localities. So far, its presence in Africa continent was unknown. Hence, if you want, the importance of this new record. So, something else, 10 other species previously known only from the central or southern of Morocco are recorded for the first time in the north, in the Rif, in the Moroccan Rif. There I talk about the list that you see in this slide: Aphinogaster forelli, Aphinogaster livillae, it's difficult to pronounce it, Aphinogaster therii, Camponotis atlantis, Camponotis obscuriventris, Cataglyphis albicans, Formica cunicularia, Formica rufibris, Mesor forelli, and Temnothorax tindalei. So other 11 ant species already known in the Rif in the north, but not in the reserve, are new species for the reserve are recorded there. They are Camponotis forelli, Forelli tangitanus, micans, Ruber, Serotonis, Spicinotis, Cadecondina mauritanica, Gonioma hispanicum, Myrmica aloba, Stigmatoma emerii, and Stigmatoma ghituricum. I think that it's all, and thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, I'm trying to now. Thank you very much, Ahmed. It was a very nice presentation, and it's amazing, all of these new species for this area, and mainly this Gonioma. They are the endemic species from the Iberian Peninsula, now appears in Morocco. It's
now we have it.
So, Ahmed, I will start with the questions. And
yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Do you prefer it in English, in Spanish? How do you prefer to answer the question?
Como quieres.
Okay, I will do it in English, and then you answer as you please.
Okay.
First question is mine. And do you think that the altitudinal gradient can be involved in the differences of the species composition between the two national parks? Or maybe it's just the habitat features, like the vegetation composition or like humidity, things like that. What is your idea, even if you still didn't start checking deeper?
Hema, you gave me the question and the answer. That's
okay.
true. Both of them. The altitude has an impact, of course, and we proved it in a study in 2014 in the same park in Talassemtane. We proved that really the altitude, the climate, the altitude is the climate. No, it changes with altitude. So the altitude has a big effect in the park of Talassemtane for the distribution of ants there. But I think that between parks, between Bouhachem and Talassemtane, there is a big difference in the vegetal composition, as you said. Yes, and the reason behind this is the paleontological history and the geological nature of them are different. The Talassemtane National Park has a calcareous soil, calcareous soil. So we don't have cork oak there, or it's very in few localities. But in Bouhachem Natural Park, it's acidic soil, more acidic. So the nature of rocks, it determinates the type of habitat and later the type of ant composition. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I answered this question or it was clear or not.
For me, it was clear. If somebody has some new question about that or didn't understand, please, you can write it here in below the question maybe, or even in the chat. Ahmed, the next question is in French. So my French is pretty excellent after so many years, and I will try. If not, just please, you can read it.
Okay, so, I will say.
So, merci bien pour cette présentation. Pourquoi il y a cette différence entre les deux parcs? And my French is horrible.
It's the same question that you asked me, Hema. He asks,
but I have to do it.
Yeah, he asks about what's the difference, why we have this difference about the composition of ants between the two parks. I think that we answered this because we have a difference in habitat, we have difference in geological nature and the paleontological history.
Okay, next question is from Kiko. Hi, Ahmed. Is there an initiative to enlarge the park to Argelia?
Is there any initiative to hi Kiko, I'm happy to see you here, and really for the moment we don't have anything with other Maghreb countries, but I think that in the future we can enlarge this our study in all southern border of the Mediterranean. Why not? I know some researchers in many universities in Algeria, in Tunisia. I think that we can do something important in this in this part of the world. Very interesting, north of Africa. Yeah.
And okay, just perdona, no me he dado cuenta, no he traducido las preguntas, y muchas gracias, Elena, por hacerlo. And Ahmed, now the last question. How you plan to continue your research, especially in regard with ant species whose natural history is mainly unknown?
How can you repeat the question?
How you plan to continue your research, especially in regard with ant species whose natural history is mainly unknown?
I don't know if Carolina speaks about this study, this research, or about my research in general.
I could say that I like in this research in natural parks. I could say, but I'm not pretty sure. Maybe Carolina, quizás puedes especificar un poquito más si tu pregunta va es respecto a este estudio sobre parques naturales o en general a la myrmecofauna de Marruecos. But Ahmed, maybe you can start explaining about the myrmecofauna of this national park and these species.
Okay, I'd like to answer this question. If it's about this search, I think that's not finished. Now we have in the list some 4 or 3 species that we cannot identify for the moment. We have work to do more, and we have to look for the reasons, the real reasons behind this difference, this big difference of ant composition between two very near parks, geographically very close. So we can publish this work as like this, but in the future, of course, there's many things to do. Hay mucha cosa para hacer. About my studies, I'm working about ants in all Morocco, and I'm doing ecology, biology, taxonomy of this group. So I'm working in the north, I'm working in the center, in the south, no problem, but just only about ants. And we have many projects that they are now how to say, that we are working in, okay? So I trabajo.
So congrats, Ahmed, and good luck in this future research. And that was the last talk here for today.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Amonio. Thank you, Gemma, Daniel, Ruben, and all organizers. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome.